Hello Capricorn and welcome to your May reading. So May 2021. So I meditated on your energy and what Spirit wanted me to talk to you about this month. First card that I have is 3 cards. I have the Queen of Swords, the 7 of Wands and the 3 of Wands. Now these 3 cards here, you can see Queen of Swords is all about our perception, what we perceive in front of us. And here in front of us really, because what you would perceive coming towards you, you feel you have to be on your defensive about. So this is being on one's guard because of our perception of what is going to come towards us. We're on our guard. There's a lack of trust here, okay? Trust in the universe, trust in, people and so on. After After that, I have the Ace of Pentacles. So the universe is trying to bring you something, but here you're very guarded, okay? And then I have another Ace of Wands with the Wheel of Fortune and the 4 of Swords. So here we're having an ace, okay? An ace is what comes right after we finish a cycle of Pentacle that I just showed you there. So, okay, like turning a page, being on a new cycle of Pentacle, that means of your experience here, of your empire growing, continuing to grow. An Ace of Wands, that means letting go of a cycle of wands, of all the ways that we used to bring our willpower, how we used to use our willpower. There's a new path, a new decision, a new path coming in. Of course, the Wheel of Fortune, there's an understanding. And that understanding, 4 of Swords, is actually going to help you to heal. Here on the bottom of the deck, I have the 4 of Pentacles. So see, there's a bit of that closed up. The shop is closed. You can't come and take no more. So, but the universe is trying to give to you here. So let's see. Under our Queen of Swords, 7 of Wands and 3 of Wands, I have the 10 of Pentacles. So of course that means that you're at the end of your cycle of wands here, because I have an Ace of Wands right here, okay? So you're at your peak of what you were able to create as being solid, long-term. This can also be like a familial thing that goes from one generation to another. It can also be an attitude that comes from one generation to another. But whenever it is, under it, I have 2 major arcanas here. Justice, the Sun, and the 5 of Cups. That means total clarity on everything that brought you sadness, sorrows, what you've lost, the struggles, the pains, what you've invested emotionally in that just poured on the ground when you were trying to build your empire, or just in your family life and so on. The Sun is like, whew. Yes, the Sun is a big yes from the universe and all of that. It brings clarity. But when the sun shines and you have like an element, it will create a shadow. And of course you become as conscious as what that is, but you also become conscious of its shadow, of the shadow parts in your life. So, and this is like shedding the light on your sadness and your sorrows. So maybe you've lived in the past month or so this surge of old sadnesses coming in, and that kind of shifted your perceptions to be on the defensive of what could come forward. because that's it. Once we've reached our 10 of Pentacle, it starts stagnating there. We block it, and then we're like, okay, this is life. And so it's filled with pain. But justice is here. So a universal force of wanting you to understand something so you can rebalance your life. Under that Ace of Pentacle, I have the Two of Cups and the Nine of Wands. So you've been burned when it comes to the connections in your life. Okay, Two of Cups. Two of Cups is not always romantic. It's our mirrors. So, and that's why you have the Chalices of Hermes here and the Red Lion of Transmutation in Alchemy. Because when we meet people, let's say that person, the snake, what does the snake have? The snake has venom. And that's why it is used in the medicine shaft here. Because we turn venom into medicine when we have the knowledge, when we understand. So translate that into the people in your life. I met somebody that was like that hurt me, you know. It was painful, and now I'm on my guards and I'm closed up. You have to look at that medicine, understand that venom, understand what it meant in your life, why it was mirrored to you, what was the mirror inside of you, and then turn it into medicine, which will actually help you to transmute and grow, change, evolve. Okay? Under that, I have the Eight of Pentacle, and that tells me that it's maybe not only romantic, even more, you know. It's all about the people, the situations, the whatever that were mirrored to you in what you invested yourself. Okay, Eight of Pentacle, and kind of what the results you got out. I invested in that person. I put energy and focus. I invested in that project. I put energy and focus, and this was what came back to me. That's why I'm at the Nine of Wands here, on my guards. But here, Ace of Pentacle, the universe wants to shift that past. Okay, that was the dynamic. You learn from it, we change dynamic. And that's why we have that Wheel of Fortune here with a brand new way. And so what do we have? We have the Six of Wands and the Ten of Cups. Here, there's that understanding coming. There's going to be an Ace of Swords, that's for sure. Because that understanding brings your wands, instead of being on the 7, on the 9, it brings it on the 6. 6 of Wands, which is final. I'm laying down. I don't have to prove anything. I'm coming back from war. All of this was like a war. 5 of Cups, defending and all of that. This guy comes back from war. He has the laurel crown on his wand and on his head of the World card because he understood the past cycle completely. I get it. I get the lesson. Now it is hooked on my wand, on my way of doing things. And now instead of having confrontations, I have sharing, support. I'm in the flow. And 10 of Cups, I'm even receiving emotional support and exchange of happiness, love, and so on around me. And of course, the Wheel of Fortune will have actually cleared, and the Four of Swords here. See, that's, yeah, of course. 4 of Swords, here are all my 3 of Swords, and here is the sword with which I will understand these 3 swords when I lay down from my war, because this guy is like a knight that comes back from a quest, and he made it. And back in the days, they would kind of build your coffin in advance, so they would lay on their coffins to pass back what they've went through, and therefore being grateful for their protections and having made it. So that's why it's depicted like that. And so that Ace of Swords, that understanding, that clarity, helps to guide into healing the past Three of Swords. And here we have the Five of Swords and the Eight of Swords. So your mind here, your mind remembered every loss and grievings that you had. It used to repass them as being your truth. This is what my past cycle was. Of course, this can be 10 years, 20 years, your whole life. It all depends. We're not doing one cycle after another. We are multidimensional. We are complex beings. So they are profound cycles that can last for generations. Others that are much quicker because we kind of get it. Surface cycles, I call them. But here, this is a cycle where your reality, the effect in your reality, was very affecting your mind, affecting how you perceive, affecting your mental process here with the Five of Swords. You were like the devil's advocate here with yourself, and that put you into this mental prison where, you know, oh, there's an opportunity here, but they're probably gonna screw me like they did before, so I'm not doing anything. But I would like to, but I can't, because I know exactly what will happen. And see the prison, because my mind is like so, you know, sharp into destroying me or preventing me to trust and reminding me, oh, remind that time that it did that. Oh, you still feel the pain. You see how true it is. So let's clarify this, because with the Wheel of Fortune here, you're actually going to clear that distortion within yourself. Okay? Call upon the divine. I call upon the light. I call upon the Holy Spirit. Help me clarify this reading for Capricorns. Okay, show me the Queen of Swords, Seven of Wands, and Three of Wands. Six of Swords. All right. Queen of Wands. That's the law of attraction here. Okay? That's your divine feminine with her willpower, but aligned with her aspirations, actually attracts the aspiration towards you. So the sun here, and see you have all the sunflowers with her. It's like if you decided to open up your horizon and aim for the sun. And that is going to actually calm. Instead of using your wand to defend yourself against the universe, you're actually going to use your wand here, your willpower, to push yourself away from these choppy waters and actually turn the page, move to a new shore. And it's swords because it's the rebalancing of your mind. Six of Swords, this is when our mind reaches our heart chakra. It's in that alignment. Yes, this is true here, 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 in that whole alignment through Tiferet, the Sephiroth of beauty and harmony and balance. Let's look at that Ace of Pentacles. Okay, the Queen of Wands again. You're attracting a new pentacle because you're doing this. So this is out of sheer willpower, Capricorn. And I know you're an earth sign, but you do not lack willpower for your focus, for your capacity to just continue and grind and continue. Discipline and so on. That takes willpower. And here, your inner willpower, your Queen of Wands, is actually deciding, you know what, I'm aiming to the sun. And that actually attracts an Ace of Pentacles here. And here we have another queen, Queen of Pentacles. And so that's your feminine that has to believe that, yes, it is possible to create an empire that will not be filled with sadness and mental torture here. Wheel of Fortune, Ace of Wands, and Four of Swords. Okay, so I'll take the first one because it's a pack. But strength, and here is our Five of Swords. So this is rising from our animalistic side into our higher self. Okay, and that is what is going to give you that new wand, that new direction, that new will, and help you heal, that new understanding, and help you heal also of the why everything has happened. The lion, our animalistic side, we need it because we have a body made of flesh in this world. So in it, there's this brain that, of course, recorded everything we've went through since we arrived in this dimension. And it's there, the lion is there to protect us, to tell us, don't put your hand on the stove, we tried it, it's painful, we're not doing this anymore. Or you gotta eat, or whatever, okay? And so when we live things where we were hurt, or we were taught things, or in our education, or through, karmic bloodline karma, or whatever, it is all part of the lion. And so to transcend that, we need to rise into our higher self. And by doing so, we can tame our ego. Not destroy our ego. We need the ego. We need to heal the ego. So we tame him. It's okay. I understand the mechanics of the universe. That's why it has the infinity symbol over its head. It is the infinite part of us. It is the eternal part of us. And also she understands the mechanic of the universe, how the invisible carries into the visible, as above so below, feminine, masculine, everything is a flow, a dynamic in motion, and needs to be in balance. All right, and it is by doing this, first you will aim on your aspiration, and slowly you will rise into your higher self, and that will actually bring you Ace of Pentacles, a new beginning, Ace of Wands, a new fire, a new way of doing things. All right, now let's analyze deeper here. Your perception is shifting. First, it's your perception that shifts. Queen of Swords. Let's look at that 10 of Pentacles under it. That's your past cycle. Ah, my God, you're having one heck of a judgment on it. And that judgment, okay, a judgment, if you look at it, you have an angel with a trumpet, And you have these people coming out of coffins that are floating on water. So all of the wounded parts of you that were stored back there, coming up to the surface here, to your consciousness, you know, from under the water to floating on top, to be able to be realigned on a vibrational level. Trumpet, okay? That last full moon we just had here in Scorpio, where it shined the light into the shadow parts of you that needed to be transformed, that needed to yes, transform, you know, Scorpio. I think is playing a big part. It actually brought you that Ace of Wands. That Ace of Wands, Ace of Wands. Now you need to grab it, of course. You are going to grab it, but the grasp of it came to you there. And an Ace of Cups to kind of rebalance here, or Five of Cups into a Six of Cups, so that it can be rebalanced. I am on my sorrows, my sadnesses, you know, like core sadnesses. This makes me think of an old sadness, an old grieving that could have stuck to you for years, that if you go into your heart a bit deeper, it would be right there waiting for you. This actually brought it up, and here, Judgment is an instant healing in that way, okay? Like if we are vibration, old wounds have a certain vibration. And here you have a trumpet of an angel. So that kind of rises. And on top of it, an Ace of Cups to enhance all of your water vibrations here, your cups. Okay, let's look at the Sun, Justice, and the Five of Cups. And that's why there's an understanding that is balancing your life. And here is the Nine of Wands, and here is the Four of Cups. That Judgment is actually, see that Ace of Cups that came with the Judgment? That's the Ace of Cups you couldn't see before. That random your reality into the three cups that you've experienced before. So the emotional consciousness, what you have received when it came to love, compassion, inspiration, and so on. It was like, oh, I've already been there, done that, and this is all that life has to offer. Those three cups on the floor. There? No. You just realize that not at all. And of course, here, it affects this. This was why you were closed up, you know? You're a wounded warrior here. And let's look at that Nine of Wands here with the Two of Cups. This, you know, what the universe, the face that the universe was showing you was always one of that. Because that was your karma. That means that was your belief that created your reality. And of course, creates your reality, and then it feeds your belief even more. And so there's that wheel. Queen of Cups, King of Wands, Queen of Wands, King of Wands, Queen of Wands, Queen of Cups. This is like the part of you that has the power to allow more water. What is it to allow more water? That means that I can contain a higher vibration of, we're made of water. Not just emotions, but this vibration. The cup of the Queen of Cups is made in the same depiction as the Ark of the Covenant. Because in the tarot, the divine will use water vibration to speak to us. Okay? That's why here the trumpet kind of made the waters vibrate and pulled out all that needed to be readjusted. Because this is through that, and that's why the Queen of Cups is the psychic ones. She can hear and connect to cosmic intelligence through the waters. Now, that is part of the readjustment that is going to be happening in the mirrors in your life, and in the mirrors in your life, in not just people but everything. Page of Cup. She's opening the valve, and you're actually grabbing that extra cup to rise the vibration within yourself. Now let's look at that Six of Wands and Ten of Cups. Here is the Nine of Pentacles again. For some of you in the concrete, basic life, okay, you are actually going to leave a situation you've been in for a long time, because something from the past will rise up and give you an offer on which you will be defensive first, but then you will notice that this is like a promotion. That will be basic card reading, but that's going to be like, what, 10 out of you? But on a soul level, this is much more profound, because this tells me that then you'll be able to actually reinvest into your life and actually see results. And so all the swords that used to block your way, all right, Six of Cups, King of Cups. See, by healing the waters, the mind will adjust itself. Healing the waters, Ace of Cups, and the Fool. So of course, look, if you look, here's the Six of Cups. How can you make a leap of faith with these cards? It's impossible. You're reminded of all your wounds, and your mind is making sure that you feel like this, you know, and that kind of keeps you in this mental prison. That's no leap of faith. The only way to make a leap of faith is to remove the emotional charge behind these beliefs by rising the emotional vibration. So I'm going to call, it's like you're going to get unstuck. Getting unstuck. First, you were stuck in an old karma. And like I was saying, this could have been very profound and old. But by what has been happening and aiming and attracting towards you this new beginning and healing, rising the vibration of your waters, this actually calms down your mind, realigns it, and you're actually going to reinvest your energy within yourself, out there, and it's going to get you unstuck. All right? Okay, Capricorn. That was complex, but pretty simple in a way. And of course, it can have all sorts of effects in your life, but I think you understand the dynamic here. Thank you for watching. Thank you for commenting, subscribing, please, to help grow the channel, sharing to make, if you like this video. If you would like a private reading, there's an email in the plus section below. I will never write a phone number or something like that in the comments section. There's been a couple of con artists that have tried that, even using my name, but it is not me. So on this, I'm sending you all my love and light. And also thank you for the ones of you that gave donations. It helps more than you think. And of course, new moon, full moon, I do a little something to give you back. A little ceremony. So yes, namaste and love you. See you next month.